bonsoir, c'est Planet Glee une autre fois, we are at the last day of September 2021, and what's been going on? Well, tonight's show is, we're touching on something that I feel for women and for everybody, really, for anyone who finds themselves in a relationship of some kind that is toxic. We are going to talk a little bit about that, and then we're going to get into some music too. So yeah, I can't let all of this stuff go by without having put forth how I feel about the Gabrielle Petito case and the Angela Tremonti case, both of which happened in this summer. Angela Tremonti having found this man on Instagram who she obviously thought was attractive, and she was very attractive, so he found her attractive, and they chatted on Instagram for a couple of months. But what made her decide to fly all the way from Boston to Phoenix, Arizona to meet this man was the fact that he was a cop. He was a policeman. So she felt like she would be in good hands and that she would be safe. But as we know from looking at that case, that wasn't true. She did go all the way from Boston to Phoenix. There's a time difference, of course. And then this man that she met wanted to go hiking for their first date. So she arrives, she goes hiking the next day with him, and she's never been hiking before. She's never been in Arizona heat before. They don't bring any water, and that's the first sign, is that this man is supposed to be intelligent and supposed to look out for other people, being a policeman. I don't know. I think that that's probably a mistake to assume that. But anyway, the reason why I put leaving the toxic for her case is that she actually did want to leave the toxic. She told him that she couldn't keep going up the hill, going up the mountain, or whatever, Camelback Mountain it is called. And instead, he just said, apparently, well, I'm going to go up to the top anyway, so fend for yourself. Now, I think most people would think, wow, can't this guy go hiking all the way up to the top of the mountain another time? Why does he have to go up there when he's got someone who came all the way across the country to meet him, and someone he's been, having conversations with and chatting and etc. So I don't know if you know the story of the case. She had this heat prostration and attempted to walk back down. Can you imagine how scary that would be? You can hardly think because your mind is affected by not having enough oxygen probably. And so she's going down the hill, and she is found dead in someone's backyard at the foot of the Camelback Mountain. And so my advice on this one, now they showed that he had shown a red flag to her in the Instagram chatting. He had said something like, yeah, that's what we do. We sometimes put the woman in the trunk, or something like that, of the car. And it was a red flag to her, and she said, what? You're not one of those, are you? Tell me you're normal. And so what's the opposite of normal? Toxic. Someone who is thinking in ways that are poisonous to other people, not necessarily to themselves, but to other people. So that was one example. And girls, I really feel like if you're meeting people on Instagram or even online in those dating apps, please be really careful. If you decide to meet someone, be careful where you meet them. Make sure that it's not in nature, like where there are no people around. Don't ever do that. Even if you think that they're, a saint, because chances are they're not. And then, so the Gabrielle Petito case, we all know that it has gone worldwide, basically because, she was doing what a lot of young people do these days, and that's have a vlog, and show her, her travels and what they do, what they eat, where they hike, and so she was well known from her vlog, her video account, and yet she was traveling with someone who was toxic, and he had already shown those signs prior to them even going on the trip. Apparently he was really jealous, really insecure, and very controlling. And I'm going to say that narcissism is rampant in the culture of the United States, and so it's not unusual to find that many American people are narcissists. And in this case, this man is, after Gabrielle went missing, he drove back from where they were in Yellowstone, I think, drove back to Florida without her in her van. So if you don't know about that, you might want to check on YouTube. It's under Gabby Petito case, and just see what's going on there, especially if you're a young woman or a woman who is vulnerable toward men who might be controlling and therefore toxic. Yeah, I had to say something about it, because if you don't know about it, you should find out, and just be really super careful on TikTok, on all the on Instagram, on all of the dating sites. Just be super careful to note red flags, and when men use language that's hurtful or demeaning or very narcissistic, and that they're controlling, commenting on your looks and constantly, and maybe demeaning your looks, all those kinds of things. Okay, so from there, I want to go from Planet Glee today to to some music. And so we're going to start with, I think, the Goon Sax, because I think they're super sweet, and they're from Australia. They're on KEXP right now, and let's see. Qu'est-ce qui arrive? Uh-oh.
Do you think it's better not feeling any of this at all? If you're so above it, don't watch me down here. Let's just get right in. Through the frozen window, I sit and shake on the street. Are you the vampire? remembering your fun. And I never blamed you twisting me up in it all. Say it to my face before you write it on the wall. And you try to keep it in the sun. Try to keep it in the sun.
Merveilleux! Merveilleux! I love that band. Speaking of like soft, now, you know, we all have songs about problems in relationships, but they're so sweet. I love the harmonies, and I like the dream pop sound. And I think if you've seen some of my Planet Glee shows where I share some of my music in the dream pop project, you know, I'm a dream pop fan and a dream pop musician. I'm also a punk rocker, but you know, I mean, dream pop is I love it as well. And so I'm going to share. Do we have Charlotte Noel Joaquin up here? We don't. Okay, I'm going to go to my my SoundCloud. You see it there. It says Charlotte Noel Joaquin. Oh, and this song is dedicated to an ex-boyfriend of mine whom I just noticed some of the things he was doing, and you know, I just had to say no. I had to let it go. So that song, that's one of my songs about a relationship that I had with someone from France who came to just call me and said, "I want to come and live with you in San Francisco." I was like, "Oh." This is like 5 years after he went back to Paris, and so while he was here, I was like, "Okay," but I didn't feel like, I felt more like he wanted to live in San Francisco more than he wanted to be with me per se. I wasn't really sure what was going on, and so I'm not saying that he was like gonna kill me or anything. It wasn't anything like that. It was more like I wasn't feeling like I did when we were together 5 years prior, and I just thought, I was just like, oh, I don't know. I don't think I've ever. Well, I have been the kind of person to stay in a relationship that was toxic for me. I have done that, and anytime a guy takes your wallet and uses your credit card or takes your ID, which is something that apparently Gabrielle Petito's boyfriend did to her, that's just a total violation of your privacy and of your person, and that's when you know that person, even if you went into couples counseling, you really would need to really talk about someone who could just be that controlling. So we have about, let's see, maybe about 4 more minutes to go. So I think I will end this show tonight with a band. Is it raining in there? Why is he wearing that hat? I don't know. I think they're kind of funny. Now, I like her voice. I like their sound. I think they're funny. But these are the recent KEXP shows for COVID. We're still in COVID, but I guess these are the newest KEXP, and I just want to show one more because I love them so much. They're so cool. You can't get a really good feel for them here because they're meant to be experienced loud and live. I love them. Jay's got a different guitar. I don't know what kind that is. He usually plays a Strat. Jay looks like he has a Residence t-shirt on, but I can't tell. The time I saw them in San Francisco, October 2019, I saw them in San Francisco, October 2019, right before Halloween. So 2 years ago now. Time has gone by fast. I saw them 2 years ago. They looked exactly like this. That's how they play on stage with all those Marshall amps blowing your ears out. It is really a good experience, and it's good for leaving the toxic, because when you are in a situation where you're thinking about something else, you immerse yourself in music, you have a chance to be more into yourself. I don't know if that really makes sense, but yeah, I think that was one thing I missed in the Gabrielle Petito case, was that I don't remember them really listening to music or showing people music that they were into or that she was into on her blog, and I think maybe, you know, music can even help the toxic person. So anyway, I'm gonna say thank you for watching Planet Glee. Our next show will be live this coming Wednesday at 5 p.m. October 6th. So see you at 5. Call me up. It's a live show. It'll be live on Wednesday, October 6th, 2021.